Okay, so this tutorial will be about how can we export Daz armors into our Gun Knights game. Okay, so the first one is we must use this figure, Genesis 8 male, since we're dealing with male right now. So once you have the base body, is all you have to do is to add armors right away. So I think so I want to go with this one. Okay, let's try the you know what where's this set? Okay, the plate, good. Boots, yeah, this one, the underwear, and the helmet, right plates. Okay, this one. Okay, so for now, for this tutorial, I will not add the skirt. Okay, so once you have it, you have to make sure that it is under Genesis Mail 8. Okay, so this is very important because if, take for example, you do this, okay, you add the helmet and you click the helmet and then you will add, like, take for example, the armor. This armor. It looks just fine, but it is under the helmets, and the helmet is now the parent. So this one will cause issues. So that's why we must be careful, and we should take a look that it is under Genesis main 8. Okay, so let's do that again. Add this one, underwear, boots, helmet, and this one. This one. Okay. So if everything is correct, yep. So the next step is we must check if the morphs are working. You see, it's fat. Okay. Everybody's working. Let's try the head. Yep, it's working. See the neck's moving. Scale. It's working correctly. Okay. So now what you have to do is to export. When you export it, name it Knight Male Armor. Okay. And then before exporting, you have to make sure that this one is checked. Morphs are checked, should be checked. It's very important. And the next one is merge clothing into figure. If these two aren't checked, it will cause problem when we reach in the Unreal Engine part. Okay. Then next is the edit morph rules. So we need to import a CSV. This will be provided by us in Badder Wolf. So I will give you a link to download. So this one, Badder Wolf Armor Fixer. Okay. So all we have to do is to let, let me close this one. So we need to extract this one. Okay. And we have two files here. This one, we need this one, the Knight Mail CSV file. Okay. So we come back here again, we do export, name it Knight Mail Armor. Then make sure it morph earth check, morph and merge clothing. Okay. Now let's edit the morph rules. We need to import the CSV. To locate it, I save it in my desktop. This one. Okay. So it should be something like this. And in the future, we will be adding more. So maybe I think 10. It depends. And this is very important. Okay, accept, and then click accept. What you have to do is to wait since it is converting. It will take a while. It depends on the armor, how heavy it is. Okay, so once we're done, we can close this one since we don't need it anymore. Now, okay, so we need to import our Knight mail into the Blender file. Let's just wait for it's a heavy FBX. It may take a while. Okay, so at first you might say, it's kind of weird, right? So never mind that one. So this is the right form. As you can see. Okay. Now this process is about dividing each part. Okay, so let's start with the helmet. So you need to click the helmet and then click the bones. Okay, so make sure you click the helmet and then the bones. And when you export it, make sure this one is checked. Selected objects. Okay, save it into the desktop. Let's name it Knight Mail Armor Helmet. Okay, once it's there, let's check. Okay, it's there. So at this point, we cannot import it into Unreal directly. We need to rename the bones. So we need to use this FBX joint renamer. Okay, let's go to the debug folder and then change the name of this one Knight Mail. This is very important. It will not work if you will not rename it Knight Mail. Okay, so once pasted there, so you might be wondering why Knight Mail, because in the script, in the batch script, it will look for knightmail.fbx. Okay, so if your armor, the helmet in our case, is not the same name, it's not named as Knight Mail, it will not work. Okay, so when you run the script, so it will rename all of the bones because Daz3D use different bones in Unreal. So in order for it to communicate, we must match Daz3D and Unreal. So this script will automate it for us. The rig. Okay. So you won't be needing this Knight Mail anymore. So you can just delete it and get the output.fbx. Okay. So drag it to the desktop and rename it Knight Mail Helmet. So now this one is ready to import in Unreal. Okay, so you can go to the character, that's 3D armors, and let's create a new folder for helmet. So I can make a new folder. Let's name it North Knight. It's the class. Okay, so let's import Knight helmet. If this one pops up, all you have to do is search for the Knight Mail. This one, Knight Mail skeleton. Okay, it's very important. All you have to do is make sure import morph target is checked also, or else it won't work. Import. do is wait. Okay, ignore this one. So check if it's working or not. You can just open the skeletal mesh, this one, and then click here, review animation. All I have to do is just play, see, and if it works, if it moves, meaning it works. Okay. Okay. Once we finish checking this one, so we can go to our blueprints, character logic, and male character BP. So we have this helmet here. So all we have to do is to put the skeletal mesh here. Okay, so we click the skeletal mesh. It's named Knight Male Helmet. Okay. Knight Male Helmet. Okay. So as you can see, it might be overlapping. Okay, but don't worry about it. When we play the game, you can see now it's working. Okay, so yep, everything's working. No glitch. Okay, good. And the next one, we need to do it for the whole parts. So I want to go with the boots. Next, click the boots, and then the bones. Okay, the boots and then the bones. Export X. Make sure it's selected object. Name it boots. Boots. Once it's done, we open banner wall, debug, rename it to Knight Mail, copy it here, drag it here, run the rig, make sure it's Knight Mail or else this one will not work. Then the next one is to delete the Knight Mail and drag the output FBX. This one is the result. Okay, so rename it Knight Mail Armor Boots. Oops. Okay, and then we go to Unreal. Let's go for boots north. Let's create a new folder and we import it. Armor boots. Okay. Wait again, same process. Knight mail, we look for it. This one. Make sure the morph target is checked. Import. Wait. All you have to do is to wait for it. depends on the file. Sometimes if the file is very heavy, so it takes time to import. Since usually in our case we use Daz3D character, which is a very high detailed one. Yep, things building skeletal mesh. Okay, wow, no errors, it's just warnings. It's okay as long as there is no error message. Okay, so again, to check this one, let's try this one. Yep, it's working. How about another animation? Okay, it's working correctly. So for the Murph, if your Murph is working correctly, so we can adjust. See, depends if the knight is a fat one or it's a thin one. Okay, so this Murph right here, we need this one in our character customizer. Okay, so you can close that one out. So in here, let's go back to male character BP. We have the boots. Okay, so we need to put it here. Knight, male. Let's go armor. Okay. Again, don't worry about it. All you have to do is compile, play it. Okay, see? And now the boots are in sync with our animation. We run. Okay. So yeah, so I guess that's the tutorial. So all you need to do is to go for the boots, and next is the armor, and then the arms. It's kind of weird, but okay. Yeah, so you have to work on it. Thanks, guys. Let me know if you have questions. You can tag me on Discord.